Everybody, welcome back to the finals. We are playing against a deck that has, I think it's a blue-white Metalcraft control type build with a Steel Hellkite as a finisher. Something to keep in mind for our Turnislag that is sitting in hand. We had a lot of time to scout after our opponent scooped on the last game. This hand is borderline acceptable. We have no mountains, but we can draw into them. We have 4 drops. He mulled to 6. I put him on the play. I feel like I'm on the draw, so I'm okay to keep this. I just need to hit 1 land drop, 2 land drops, I guess. He mulled. He's not aggressive, so I think that I can keep this. Might be wrong. Feel free to send some feedback my way at the end if you like. Whenever this appears on the worldwide interwebs. Wow, we have, I didn't notice this, but we have actually Mirrodin lands. Scars of Mirrodin lands now, no longer Zendikar. I bet LSV is out there somewhere cackling with glee. He's got like a few counters and things like that, which could affect things, but we'll see. Looter. Okay, gold mirror. Some acceleration. I wouldn't mind seeing a red mirror. That'd be nice. Or mountain. He didn't play planes. Should I chance to shatter? He mulled, so I think I will chance to shatter. Seems like that was the right play at the time. Okay, well, we're going to hit 4, which is okay. It's going to get us a beater into play. Yeah, I think a beater or well, I guess I'll play a beater for now. And run out the mirror next turn if I have to. I'd rather run out something else if I need to. Okay, so he also has choking fumes, which could affect me. Just a little bit land. There we go. Hitting the flood. Let's bash first. See what he says. Says, "Thank you very much, sir. May I have another?" Alright, so not cool with the ringleader. There we go. A serious beater. What's he got for us? He is tanking, and I can understand why. Thinking about the ringleader with his giant axe. Yes, fair enough. Revoke my Dross Ripper. Keep me off my fancy Metalcraft, which I'm very concerned about. Oops, forgot he auto does it. Yes, so many of my guys getting +1/+0. Nested Ghoul or Bleak Coven? I think the Nested Ghoul for now. Bleak Coven is harder to kill on the attack, though. I don't think I need the reach with the Bleak Coven because, I already had one of my artifacts revoked and I've only got 1 in hand. I don't think I'm going to hit 3. Nested Ghoul also gives me another dude to work with this if he blocks. Which one? They're both 4 power. This one's harder to block, though. Okay, that's fine. Might kick myself later if I need the reach, but we'll see. I just have to keep my Turnislag for his fancy flying dragon. He does have a Volition Reins as well. I failed to mention that. So he could Volition Reins one of my dudes and, 2-for-1 me kind of thing. But Volition Reins costs 1 more mana, and he doesn't seem to have it. He's thinking about doing something. Maybe he has the return 2 permanents to your hand, or return 2 non-land permanents to your hand to slow me down enough to stabilize. Right now, if he doesn't play anything to block or anything, he will be taking 9. And, that's pretty close. He's doing something. Okay, so he's going to chump draw a card. Is the plan. I suppose he could have... I don't see him having a combat trick. I suppose he could have the +1/+1 first strike, but I think he would have run that a lot faster if he did have that. So I think I will take the chance, run these guys in here, and see what he's got. I don't think it's worth using the turn to slag on that guy just to punch through with the damage. He's not going to block anyway. Okay, that's interesting. That's an interesting choice. Okay, so... This is interesting. I don't know. He's probably got a Volition Reins in his hand. So, yeah, I think I'll just run out both of these guys and put all my cards on the table, basically. And just make sure that the pressure stays on, because he's at 4. So, yeah. I'm pretty lucky. I mean, I've drawn land like pretty much every turn, except for the mirror, so pretty lucky, I guess. That way, opponent is tanking. I'm not sure why. I don't believe there's a 1 white counterspell in this set. He may be typing something like, "Oh my god, my deck screwed me," or something like that. Or, as Usman might say, OMG. As they do over there on that podcast about cubing. Yes, Johnny West. What happened to Johnny West? Did Johnny West go east? So that was a good shatter on that gold mirror. The right play at the right time. I just noticed that he hadn't played Plains. He could have been baiting me, baiting me into a shatter if he knew that if he was assuming that I had it and I would do that. But I don't know. I don't know if that's being roddy or not, but that's, I think that was still the right play no matter what. Even if he played a Plains, it would have been like, okay, he played a Plains, that's too bad, but I keep him off the Dark Slick Drake that he probably had in his hand, or may have had in his hand for, a little while longer, so now he's sort of not in a good position. Now, is that bounce card an instant? It's a good question. Counterspell. Is that bounce spell instant or is it sorcery? I think it's a sorcery. I am going to find out, I think. I mean, I only need 1 guy to get through. He could dispense justice, block 1, and still take 4. So I don't think it's worth attacking with my leaden mirror here. So he's at 4, so oops, he has to did that again, yeah. He kind of has to block and have a flash, like maybe Master's Call. Maybe he has Master's Call to flash in 2 guys. So let's also get in with the leaden mirror because he's obviously not blocking with that. So to get in the extra damage to take him close. So if he has Master's Call, he goes down to 2 and has no blockers. Yeah, okay. Not unexpected. He will draw a card off of this, but he will go down to 2, which is fine, and I will get an extra zombie dude. Yeah, that's fine. He gets a card, so he might buy himself some time, but I still think he's dead on the next turn. Roll up my swamp, Showing the mana flood. Love this zombie, man. That's crazy. It's so awesome. He's got like little ribbons too. I don't know why a zombie has ribbons like that. So, say good game and go to the sideboard. Wow, I was getting land forever. So, man, that was pretty crazy. So, I know what he's got. I ran 16 lands and I got flooded. He's got 4 toughness dudes. He's got the looter, so you can cast artifacts and loot. There it is, Quicksilver Geyser. It's an instant, yeah. So I mean, if he had it, I could have been sort of set back quite a bit by him doing that. I have not cast this Black Sun Zenith in this whole draft, so I'm not really sure what it's doing, if it's doing anything for me. So let's see. Is there anything I would change about that? I mean, I won that first one. You know, I drew pretty well. An extra sensor would give me some reach, but it doesn't do anything otherwise. I think we're fine with what we're running. Yeah, I don't want to make any changes here. I think this is okay. Just got to be very, very careful that I only have 2 things basically 2 things or a stack like a Life Staff, a Carapace, and a Bloodshot Trainee that can actually kill the big flying dragon. So we will go. Sorry about that. Had to take care of some business. So